The following is a fan-based parody. Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra are all owned by Viacom, Nickelodeon, Bryan, Konietzko, and Michael Dante Dimartino. Please support the official release.
So, Katara, are you enjoying yourself? This is our first fishing trip in a couple years, and you haven't been doing much fishing. You know, I'm your big brother. Anything you want to talk about? I'm here for you. I know you'd rather be in your igloo watching Netflix, but you could do that weird waterbending thing you do. Help me catch some fish. I wouldn't mind, hell, I think it'd be pretty cool. Okay, we're going water rafting.
We're going hopping today, where things are popping, pop. A Philadelphia way, we're gonna drop on all the music they play on the bandstand.
Aw, jeez. That was totally a mistake on my part. Are you okay?
Do you have any idea how far the nearest Apple store is? Whaletail f***ing Island.
Relax. I can order you a new one online and...
No, you can't. Because last week you spent all of our village's welfare money on snow cones.
Hey, don't pin this all on me. I was just supporting local businesses.
The Fire Nation was selling those snow cones. They're an international business, Sokka. You know what else they did?
I don't know. They have a pretty rich history.
They killed our mom!
Whoa. That is one separate incident. You cannot blame the many for the actions of the few. I'm just gonna have to take away your PC card and...
I can blame you for forcing me to come on your stupid fishing trip and straining us both out here without my f***ing phone!
That doesn't look ominous at all.
I'm gonna break it, and then I'm gonna break you.
Zuko, I'm bored. All I'm finding are seals. Why do the kids play this game? It's not fun. The only thing less fun than this is selling snow cones to weird snow people.
We've talked about this, Uncle. Selling snow cones is an honest trade. We got a great deal the other day and...
You do realize that when your father told us to either go find the Avatar or sell snow cones in the South Pole, he was being sarcastic, right? Really, he was telling you and your beloved uncle to go f*** ourselves. And here we are, 3 years later with sore ass cheeks.
Uncle!
First Amendment for the win, dipshit. Me, the Avatar's here.
No witty retort, huh, Uncle? Well, I guess I know what we're doing today. Real soon, we're gonna find the Avatar and sell him snow cones.
Yeah, sure, whatever. It's not like I've got anything better to do.
Hello, backwoods snow people. Can you point me to the closest Blockbuster home video? I need to return a tape.
Those ran out of business years ago.
Wait,
What?
Come closer. I need...
What do you need?
a tailor.
Whoa, is that a pre-Y2K SpongeBob reference?
Do you think he likes snow cones? One moment.
Holy shit, you're alive, Appa. It makes no sense considering you're a wild animal and I'm the
Ah! What is that? And why do I want to hug it?
Oh, this is Appa. He's my flying bison.
Right, and this is Katara, my flying sister.
Bitch, I might be.
Anyways, hello. My name is Aang. I'm an airbender and I'm totally not the Avatar.
Okay.
Clearly you must be a figment of my imagination, so I'll play along for now.
Anyways, I'm trying to get to Blockbuster. I'm all turned around here and I am totally 100% sure that all my friends are still alive.
How'd you get frozen in ice?
I'm sure there'll be some kind of convenient flashback to explain it.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Okay. Clearly I'm dying and God has blessed me with delusions in my final hours. Delusions of a bald monk child and his furry monster friend, and my absentee sister who never hangs out with me, so clearly I'm imagining her as well. I have to say, God, this is sick, and I will not stand for this.
What, would you like to sit down? I can get you guys out of here.
Get on before we really do abandon you.
Yeah, sure, okay. Oh God, this delusion sucks!
Yeah, you getting pumped up, Prince Zuko? Getting ready to fight some shit?
Well, I don't know about fighting. He might just hand himself over if we ask politely.
No, he's the Avatar. Or she. I don't want to assume. But your great-grandfather couldn't find this bitch, his son couldn't find this bitch, and his son couldn't. And I never gave a shit. And sure, you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of disappointment. And nothing's gonna fill that empty hole in your chest. Trust me, I've looked there.
Uncle Iroh, can you just please stop talking?
Feel that fiery feeling in your balls, Prince Zuko? That yearning need to make Uncle Iroh proud of you? You'll need that. End talk.
Oh shit, I gotta make it. I gotta make it. Why, oh why did I rent cheaper by the dozen? I gotta... must...
Return before midnight!
I can't afford it, and Steve Martin deserves better!
Aang, you okay?
Huh?
I'm not asking because I care, but you were ranting about Blockbuster and Steve Martin. I guess it doesn't matter. I need to show you to the village. Hey village, this is Aang, and he's different.
Why is his skin so
Is
white?
he from the inner city?
Is he gonna pop a cap in my ass?
I don't know if this is offensive to ask, but why are you all just women and children?
Our dad and the other men left on a smoke break, but they should be back any moment now.
Oh? How long have they been out?
Well... Hey, Dad, what's going on?
Oh, hey Sokka.
Sokka.
Whatever. Me and the rest of the men are heading down to go get smokes. Don't wait up.
Not long.
Right. Well, anyway, Aang is an airbender, and...
Back in my day, we used to call them blowjobs.
Ma'am, that is so offensive, I don't even know what to say.
And that's our grandmother! Yeah!
I'm old, so I can say whatever the I want. If you get offended, that's your fault.
You go, Gran-Gran. I don't agree with you, but I respect you. First Amendment for the win!
Well, I guess I'm gonna go be offended in the air then, where nothing you say can hurt me.
You look pretty straight up there.
No, I don't!
I did not give consent! Our bending population has just doubled, and I feel even more oppressed.
Wait, so you're a waterbender?
Well, sort of. Not yet.
Bending is wasted on people like you!
Yeah, Am I doing it right, Uncle?
No, you're doing it all wrong. You can't just intentionally suck ass and expect me to stand by it like it's my own f***ing Picasso.
Uncle, we've been doing this stuff for hours. Can't we just move on to the advanced set?
Can't you just give me the advanced set and being a little bitch? Because I feel like that's the only thing either of us are learning from any of this. You're like Zack Snyder, but even less coherent, if that's even possible.
How about now, huh, Uncle? Am I a little bitch now? Did I ruin Superman now?
Calm the f*** down, Zuko. Zack Snyder's a creative hack who peaked at Watchmen, ironically because he copied Alan Moore at every step. Nobody's that inhuman.
You're goddamn right. I just feel very antagonized right now, and...
Alright, it's cool. Let's take a time out and figure out what the hell we're doing here.
Okay.
I can't believe I had to pause on my Netflix binge to watch you play with cute animals.
Well, you're going outside. I would call that a penguin.
Wow, that's such a good joke. Are you a f***ing comedian?
Well, if you're so smart, you try and come up with a penguin joke.
Why did the penguin cross the road? To get the hell away from the annoying airbender who has no friends.
Okay. That was good.
Well, I'm sorry, there's nothing to do in the South Pole except fish or train in my brother's child army.
Now boys, until our dads come back from their smoke break, we're the men of the tribe, and we must exert our male dominance.
Is that why you gave away all our money for snow cones?
It was and still is a sound business investment. Now we must prepare to give the blowjob to the Fire Nation. Any questions? Any that are not about blowjobs? That's what I thought. Tiny Eskimmen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's one of those old Fire Nation ships. Been here for a while. They came here 60 years ago to sell snow cones and ended up stranded. It's said major acts of cannibalism took place in there.
How do you know this?
I read a well-informed fanfic about it. Want to check it out?
Do I? I don't. This ship is a total letdown. It's like the Phantom Menace all over again.
That's a really dated reference. I would assume you'd be one of those hipsters who'd knock on the new one.
There's a new one?
How long were you frozen?
Well, how long has the Avatar been gone?
Like 100 years.
Well, totally less than that.
But I didn't even mention the Avatar until you did.
Shit!
You know, there was all this stuff about how the next Avatar was supposed to be an airbender. But he disappeared for 100 years. And all the airbenders are dead because the Fire Nation apparently killed them.
This is important background information that we had to jam into the end of the episode because we wanted more jokes about parental abandonment and blowjobs. You may believe this to be a bad idea, but we at Thunder Ferret Productions have every right to say, F*** you! First Amendment for the win.
And now, back to the abridgment.
Do I sound like I'm spouting exposition right now? Because I've been told I can be very expositional.
Do you do this to everyone you hang out with?
Aw, are you crying?
No. Oh God, all my people are gone.
And now it's getting weird. Let's keep going.
Okay. Now I know what you're gonna say, but I'm not the Avatar.
Are you sure?
No. I mean, yes. Shit.
The Avatar! I finally found you. Wake my uncle. Tell him to prepare some snow cones. First Amendment for the win.
You ruined it! You fucking ruined it!